The post office on this space station was close to the landing docks. Nice and convenient. So several of us went to check our mail while Captain Sunlight met with the sister ship. Not all of the crew had mail drops set up, but I did. This station was a big hub that we stocked up with some regularity, perfect for relaying the occasional news from home. And care packages, as it turned out. I opened the box with some curiosity, sitting on a bench while the others waited in line, and the spaceport bustled around us. Inside I found multivitamins, a letter from my parents, a type of cereal that I'd loved as a kid, and a smaller box with a sun logo. "Oh, what did you get?" Paint asked, trotting over with her own box clutched to her scaly orange chest. "A lot of stuff," I said in distraction, turning the sun box in search of words. No luck. I opened it to find a fist-sized yellow globe and a base with lots of buttons. And an instruction booklet, thankfully. "Oh, it's a sun lamp."
"It even looks like a little sun. How nice. Is it warm or just bright?"
Paint gave it an appreciative look while she opened her package. "Not sure yet." I skimmed the instructions and decided to leave that for later. It's thoughtful, though. I think my parents were concerned that I'm not getting enough vitamin D up in space. And other vitamins. I rattled the bottle.
"That's a lot of vitamins."
"Yep, and look, they found the discontinued cereal. I thought it was gone for good." I carefully opened a corner and fished out a palmful of the maple syrup-flavoured crunchy goodness that I hadn't had in years. It was just as tasty as I remembered. Paint sniffed the air.
"I don't recognize that smell. What kind of food is it?"
"Breakfast food," I said. "I think it's wheat-based, so it's basically made from ground-up seeds and flavoured with sweet tree sap."
"That's creative,"
Paint said. "Delicious, too. Most tree saps aren't worth eating, but this one is." I crunched another mouthful. "Want some?"
"No, thank you,"
was the prim answer that I'd fully expected.
"But look what I got. Fancy heat stickers."
Paint held up a stack of vividly coloured starburst shapes, fanned out like playing cards.
"I'm going to see if Sunlight coals an egg skin want any."
"Thoughtful of you," I said, closing up the cereal. All four of the lizardly heat seekers on our ship enjoyed warm things. The ambient temperature was always kept at a comfortable compromise for the various species on board, but a handy little warm sticker that wouldn't get in the way was bound to be appreciated.
"Oh, they're even scented,"
Paine said, rubbing one against her snout.
"I'm going to have to order more of these."
She sorted through the stack, checking scents and colour variations. Moore and Z were still in line, stuck behind a Frillian, who was shipping many things to many places, so I settled in to read the note from home while I waited. It was a nice update on the various goings-on of the extended family. All reasonably good news, nothing earth-shattering. Somebody got a scholarship, somebody had twins, somebody was doing well in a competitive bumper ship derby league, and was incredibly excited about it. There was a lot of detail about that one. I got the impression that this particular second cousin had given everybody a rundown at a family gathering, so now they all knew more about the best types of shrapnel shielding than they probably wanted to. Sounded like the favourite was a human-made version, combining tech that other species had already come up with. The force field worked with the ship's scanner to predict which parts of the shield would need the most power for a given impact. My cousin was a big fan. The quiet slap of tentacles on the ground accompanied Boar.
"Well, that was a long wait," he said. "But now I'm all set for media for the foreseeable future."
He held a data chip in one tentacle. Z was right behind him, hissing in what sounded like joy instead of irritation for once. He set a box down between his bug feet, not waiting for a bench, and tore it open with his pincher arms. Inside was something that looked like another kind of data chip, and something with straps that I couldn't begin to figure out.
"Excellent," Z said. "The correct version, the highest quality, and Trilly does not get to listen to it, heathen as she is."
It took me a second. Oh, that's music? I thought back to the impassioned rant about Trilly's incorrect opinions on traditional Mesmer leg singing. I hope Z played it quietly. And is that... I want to say headphones, but
Personal speakers, yes, Z said, as he stuffed it all back in the box. I will be able to listen to the glorious arias in privacy.
Paint nodded.
Great idea.
She had heard the leg singing when I did, and probably wasn't eager to hear the artful screeching again. I was trying to guess whether Z would be offended if I asked where his ears were, since it occurred to me that I didn't actually know. But the others were gathering up their things to head back to the ship, and I decided to put it off until later. Maybe I'd ask Eggskin the medic instead. Something occurred to me as I put the letter back in the box. Hey, guys, pose for a second. I want to send my family a picture with some of my cool alien co-workers. The three of them agreed that they were awesome and worth photographing. Their responses ranged from excited to confident to egotistical. A few moments later, I had a fantastic group selfie to send with my letter back. Paint's open-mouthed lizard smile was adorable. Mo stood tall on his blue-black tentacles. Z loomed over all of us with the light shining off his purple exoskeleton. Then there was me, grinning at the front. I'd definitely be keeping a copy of this. We made our way back to the ship where it was parked next to a similar lemon-shaped courier ship with folded solar sails. The two captains hadn't gone inside yet, which made me wonder what they were discussing with such intense expressions. As we approached, Captain Sunlight was saying,
I may know someone who can help us out, but I'd hate to give him the satisfaction.
She broke off when Paint trotted up to give her a handful of heat stickers, and to show off the blue-white one she herself was wearing. Apparently it smelled like a plant I'd never heard of.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful, Captain Sunlight said. Those sound like just the thing.
She picked out a green one and pasted it to her own chest, where it contrasted nicely with her yellow scales. Z and Mur tromped into the ship. I lingered, curious. Is all the ship business going all right? I asked.
For the moment, the captain said,
as she stowed the rest of the stickers and the backing for that one in her belt pouch.
Just considering our options with some monetary considerations.
Captain Cam waved a tentacle. Both ships are on the family plan for damage insurance, and the rates have made an unpleasant jump. I shifted the box to my other side. Do we need to earn more money?
No, it will be all right.
Captain Sunlight shook her head.
I have a lead on a better deal. I just need to make a call or two.
Captain Cam ushered us all into our ship, wasting no time. Paint disappeared to share her heat stickers, while the two captains adjourned to the lounge. I put my things away and hurried back. No one had told me to mind my own business, so I was going to listen in before writing a letter to send back home. I was quick, but Captain Sunlight was quicker. She was just ending the holocall when I arrived. A green-scaled heat-seeker gazed earnestly from the projection, urging her to get back to him as soon as she could.
If you can get better shields, I can promise you a savings of at least 15% compared to your current plan. Yes, thank you, Captain Sunlight said. I'll see what I can do. Say hi to the elders for me.
He said he would, and she turned off the projection with another deep sigh. Captain Cam sat next to her, weaving tentacles together thoughtfully. Captain Sunlight tossed the communicator onto the table and sat back with folded arms.
Of course it couldn't be that simple. He talks a good game at every gathering, but oh no, prerequisites.
I sat down at the end of the couch, absently petting Telly, who was curled up in the center. In proper cat fashion, she responded by stretching to take up even more space. I was thinking about what the captain had just said about shields. I asked, does he need a certain kind in order to get us the better deal? Captain Sunlight waved a hand.
Just a higher degree of resistance to micrometeorites. The shooting we have is perfectly serviceable, but it's apparently not enough for the good rates.
Would we need to overhaul everything, or would it be enough to layer another kind over what we have? Like, say, a kind that connects to the ship's scanners? The captain gave me a look.
Do you have a specific type in mind?
Possibly, I said. Are you familiar with bumper shield derbies? Captain Cam twirled a tentacle. That's some of the human adrenaline junkie nonsense, yes? I think there are some smashers and other races that really get into it as well. But yes, I said, The letter from home I just got mentioned the shielding they use. I explained what I knew while they listened intently. Paint came in to join us and sat on the other side of Telly, who took the extra attention as her due. By the time I was done talking, everyone in the room was looking optimistic.
Go ahead and reach out, Captain Sunlight said. We don't have to rush off anytime soon. With any luck, we can get all this settled at once.
Here's hoping, Captain Cam said, touching 4 tentacle tips together over her head in what looked like the strong-arm version of crossed fingers. I'll see if I can route a call through to home now, I said, getting up. Telly meowed in protest at the movement, then crawled onto Paint's lap and rubbed her head against the heat sticker, purring audibly. Paint looked delighted. I left with a wave, hurrying off to my quarters with plans to make a phone call, potentially save the day, then set up the sun lamp for the benefit of a certain fuzzy little heat lover, as well as my own sake.